Bitch, I'm attractive. Get off and on. Yeah, I'm fasting. Bitch, that shit hit, man. I ain't gonna lie. That Rich Spirit song, hey, that shit hit, man. I be in that bit, man. I be teething them. Bitch, I'm attractive. Yeah. I be jigging, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. That's the new Negro spiritual. That shit him, nigga. The fuck y'all niggas talking about? But anyways, what's up? What's happening? This K. We back in this thing. K. Show gutter. He sleep with a cut up patron. You know, the little nigga on a ton. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't think I'm there yet. You hear me? In some circles, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker might, you know, just because the way I move, the way I act, you know what I'm saying? They might address me as a little bit of a stepper, you hear me? I ain't the big stepper now. I ain't the big stepper, but they address me as such. So yes, a little stepper. It was only right that I had to listen to Kendrick Lamar's album, Mr.Morale The Big Steppers, yeah. Now we here to talk about this little piece of work. We here to rock out to it, and we here to talk about it. Now, usually a lot of my reviews is first listen. No, this one I had to sit back and listen to a couple of times. I ain't gonna lie to you, and this is a review in a sense. It is a raw thoughts review because I'm gonna have to come back to this. Let's keep it a book. I'm gonna have to sit with this a little bit more. I only bumped it like throughout like 2 times. I went back and run back a couple of songs, but like a full listen, like front to back, like 2 times. Oh my god, I look like a child. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like 2 times, you know. So we're probably gonna come back with there's more meaning. You know, so I'm gonna just go through the track. I got a lot to talk about with each song and shit. I'm gonna just give you every song forward. I think I introduced myself already. I did. Hey, like, subscribe, help your boy out, help your boy grow. You know what it is. You know the key. You know I talk my shit now. It was a double album, which a lot of people speculated. 18 songs. Split it up 9 for 9. Now, one thing I want to say is I don't know if he flipped it because we do have song 3 on the first half called Worldwide Steppers. So I don't know if the big stepper part was the first part and Mr.Morale was the second part, because in the second part there was a song called Mr.Morale. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's true. Niggas been speculating that shit, so we'll see. But anyways, there's 18 songs in general, so I'm gonna go through the first half first. So 1, Untitled Grief. Track 2, N95. Track 3, Worldwide Steppers. Track 4, Die Hard by Kendrick. Die Hard with Blast and Amanda Rifler. Track 5, Father Time featuring Sunfa. Track 6, Rich Interlude. That's the Kodak Interlude. Track 7, Rich Spirit. That's, bitch, I'm a track. I ain't gonna lie. That might be my song. A guilty pleasure. Guilty pleasure. I ain't gonna lie to you. What is it? 8, We Cried Together with Taylor Page. I didn't know this bitch was an actor. She did a phenomenal job. We gonna get to the song. But anyways. Oh, sorry for calling her a bitch. I'm sorry. I'm ignorant, okay? I'm ignorant. You know? I'm stupid from time to time. I apologize. Sorry before I was rudely interrupted. My bad for that. Like I was saying, We Cried Together with Taylor Page. Also, track 9, Purple Hearts with Summer Walker and Ghostface Killer. You know? So that was the end of half 1. Half 2, Count 10. Song 1 of part 2, or disc 2, which is basically track 10. Count Me Out. Track 11, Crown. Track 12, Silent Hill with Kodak Black. Track 13, Savior with the Baby Keem interlude. By the way, Baby Keem grew on me on this tape. You could clearly see Kendrick got some influence from Baby Keem, from maybe the way he tackled certain songs, to maybe some of the production. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, track 14, Savior with Baby Keem and Sam Dew. Track 14, Auntie Diaries. Track 16, Mr.Morale with Tana or Tana Lion. 17, Mother I Sober with Beth Gibbons, and track 18, Mirror. Now, first of all, the thing with Kendrick and his albums is, I'm probably going to pick up the phone again. The thing with Kendrick and his albums is, like, you gotta sit down and dissect it. Sorry, it's hot as a motherfucker, nigga. Fuck. Niggas be sweating like a motherfucker. Nigga, I was sweating with this album, nigga. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie, I was getting sturdy to this motherfucker, man. I felt like K.A.Vuitton, you know what I'm saying? I was getting sturdy to some of these songs, man. But, like, the thing with Kendrick is he always has gems, and you gotta sit there and listen to this shit. I probably haven't even caught everything. That's why this is more of a raw thoughts review more than, it is a first listen, though, but, like, I don't know, bro. Like, yeah, it is off my first listen without really sitting down with it, cause like it was like I listened to it once, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna run it back. So it is off me listening. It's a second listen. Whatever the fuck. I'm still gonna call it first listen, nigga. Get views. Anyways, with that being said, like the thing with Kendrick is you gotta sit down with it. That's the thing. I feel like a lot of people was like, oh, 5 years, he gotta give us some shit. Some niggas was looking for slaps. Some niggas wanted some to pimp a butterfly shit. Some people wanted some Good Kid, Mad City. Some people wanted some damn. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this album is kind of an amalgamation of all of them. He gave us some damn in instances. He gave us some to pimp a butterfly in instances. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there was a lot of Good Kid, Mad City. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Gave some people some Section 80 in my opinion. And yeah. Mm. I don't know how slash if we count the Black Panther soundtrack in his discog. I don't know. So I'm gonna just leave that one be. But anyways, with that being said, it was a good album. Now, do I enjoy it more than Damn? No. Probably still my favorite Kendrick album. It's between Damn and Good Kid, Mad City. That's probably me. It's probably me. I feel like Kendrick was proven on Damn he could give us the slaps as well. But I don't know. Like, To Pimp a Butterfly is probably in that top three. But again, this is gonna have to sit with me and grow on me a little bit for me, possibly for it to contend with the three top ones that I named. But like, there's just so much here. Let's just go through the tracks because that's basically what I want to do. Like, unite in grief, him just talk about grief and him grieving different and stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, this ain't my favorite song. This is the one thing I will say, and maybe this is a knock, maybe this is just how I feel now really sitting down with it and really going through it again. If it was like just off the first listen, I'll probably tell you, oh, all these beat selections is fucking trash. But with that being said, me having the second listen, I kind of understand it. Now again, I'm not saying these beat selections are great. Some of these beats I was like, oh yeah, fucking no, nigga, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. But it still was a good album. Like, if you honestly like look at all the lyrics, like fuck the song. Like, if you go through all the lyrics because you don't catch everything, so when you read all the lyrics, you're like, oh, this nigga really going. He's spitting. He talking some shit. And basically, this album is he is canceling cancel culture. That's basically what this fucking album is. Don't get me wrong. There's more themes, but if I'm going to say there's one big overarching theme, it's we're canceling cancel culture, or why is this culture? Fuck this being culture. Like, fuck this. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I get from this album. So, Uniting Grief, just telling his experiences. This is also a very personal album from Kendrick, and you can see the growth. You can liken it to JC's 444, if you will. You know, harken back. He's a great storyteller. He was telling us stories on Good Kid, Mad City, and Section 80. He always tells a story, but this one was just very personal to the point. It's like in some songs slash skits, he's in a therapy session, right? N95, which I didn't take this in. Shout out to Sean C for explaining this shit. That, you know, the N95 mask, and you know, in the songs that take off the designer, take off the makeup, take off all this shit. It's like, bitch, you ugly. You know what I'm saying? Why are you trying to portray something you're not? You're hiding yourself. You out of pocket. And I was like, I never understood. I'm just like, oh, the beat kind of go, you know, I'll do my little sturdy dance, you know what I'm saying? I might do my dance, you know, I'll be like, be lovey-dovey in that motherfucker. And then I'm just like, oh, I get it. I was sitting there like, oh, he talking his shit. We don't need this shit. Why is this culture? Why do we really give a fuck about these designer brands? Why does this make us feel important to have this shit? You know what I'm saying? And him just breaking it down like that, you really understanding Roadwide Steppers with Kodak. Probably not my favorite song, I ain't gonna lie to you. But like, he's spitting, he's talking his shit. His son's name's Enoch, which, okay. You know what I'm saying? Also, with the album cover, he told us he's having another kid, or he has another kid. You know what I'm saying? Talking about him stuff, talking about like his like fucking flaws. Him cheating on his girl Whitney, and you know, there's one thing, the fucking thing, like when he was smashing like white girls, he says like, I feel like my ancestors was watching me in disgust. I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Him not really being like mature and growing up because you don't understand why Drake and Kanye is cool, which fair enough. I also have questions about that, but that's a story for another day. But Hey, it is what it is. Also, that been happened a while ago, Kendrick. I don't know, but you know what it is. I feel like Kendrick, like he stated, he had writer's block for like 2 years or whatever the fuck, right? I feel like he was just sitting there and watching all of us, watching everything that happened, watching all this shit. Until one day he's like, man, fuck this culture. Why we all on this shit? Enough is enough. We gotta change it. And I feel like that's where this album came from. With all this shit, especially with the pandemic and all this bullshit happening, it was what it was. And him talking about it, I also like the Kodak Black, like, uh, interlude. Like, this song with Blast in them, I felt like he picked this beat to really fit Blast. It was cool. Um, he was talking this shit, doing his thing. It was what it was. I didn't really resonate with this song that much. It wasn't trash. It was cool, but it was what it was. Shout out Blast though, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Father Time with Sanford just first of all, Sanford. I don't know what it is about that nigga's voice. It's just powerful. This nigga could just sneeze, and I'm like, it's fucking amazing. But anyways, just talking about how his father wasn't in his life and it's a black thing. You see this in all, toughen up, do this, you feel, get back up, don't cry, like, you know what I'm saying? Have it, the fucking misogyny, if you will, like, oh, the dude has to be strong, you can't be fucking emotional, you gotta be this way, you gotta be that way, and how this was happening, and it's saying, like, niggas on the block is overcompensating that they didn't have a father, and they doing this shit to say that's gangster. Now, I'm not gonna 100% agree with that, because niggas gotta do what they gotta do, Kendrick. I'm not gonna say that and 100% agree with that, but I see where you was going with it, and it's factual. I ain't even mad about that. Praising the people that figured it out without going to this shit, and it happens, man. When you have a one-parent household, shit happens. But I'm not gonna say just because niggas didn't have a dad. Bro, shit was happening, man. I'm not just gonna say that. So, it was what it was, but I get where he was going. I like the Kodak Black's interlude. That's why I feel like he's the big stepper in this, for the title, Rich in Spirit, like I said. Bitch, I'm attractive. Him talk about, give me that, brother. Like, also kind of referencing, harkening back to Father Time of the gang shit as well. We got some lines in there as well. That's how I'm taking it. We Cry Together was fucking phenomenal with Taylor Page. Just fucking an example of a toxic relationship that fucking happened. Like, they should have just broke up and went their separate ways. But no, they was doing all this shit. And nigga, shit like this happens. This is a fucking example of a toxic relationship. These niggas should not be together. And sometimes it doesn't always end up with them, like, having relations. A motherfucker might get beat up. Look at that. We see Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And press on. Purple Hearts was cool as well. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was probably one of the songs I don't really go back to like that, but it was cool. It was alright. It's doing this thing. Shout out Ghostface. Great verse. Great verse. Great verse. Count Me Out was good. I do like that as well. I don't know, bro. Because a lot of this shit is just cancel culture and his views on certain shit happening and him talking about his faults and certain shit that was happening. Same with The Crown, Silent Hill. Kodak was on the feature doing his thing, just providing the shit. Also, Kodak's speech was like, yeah, I'm in this thing. Niggas did this shit, And just, bro, that interlude. Just go listen to him and Baby Keem's interview. They were great. I'm not even gonna do the Savior interlude. I don't remember everything Baby Keem said. Savior with him, Baby Keem, and Sam Du was just great. Just, I don't know. Kendrick just be. You just have to sit there and listen to everything. If I really sat down and broke down every song, you'd be sitting here for for 15 minutes to an hour. I ain't gonna tell you that. Auntie Diaries was like, I don't know why he left. Like, he had so many impactful songs at the fucking end. 15 to 18, you're just sitting there like mouth open, like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? We know his fucking auntie became his uncle became an aunt, or his auntie became an uncle. She was transgender. His cousin became transgender, and him dealing with that. His auntie teaching him how to rap. He wanted a bad shorty, like it was just very like just breaking all that shit down. That family dynamic, Mr.Morale, Mother I Sober, just breaking down his issues and how they thought the sex shit was an addiction because he was cheating on his wife. He thought it was an addiction. He was cheating on his wife, going back to like them thinking. I don't know if it was an older cousin or an older uncle or nephew, whatever. But an older cousin could have possibly touched him and molested him to the point he said no, but like the family didn't believe him. It was what it was. his dad used to beat up his mom, him saying he should have grabbed the gun when he was like 5, and like just all that shaping it to him. And that's why I feel like this is one of the most personal albums he gave us, because he's basically talking about himself. And so basically, just puts it the album's like, it sounds like a fucking therapy session at some point. He's just talking and shit and just letting us know what the fuck happened to it. And like him saying like he doesn't want his kid to get the bad parts of like majority parts of the mother and fuck his part. Like I was just like, what the fuck? And mirror, now I personally would have ended the album off with Mother I Sober. I kind of summarized, well, not summarized, because like all these songs deserve their own thing, their own think piece, but I kind of talked about all of them, you know what I'm saying, in a sense as well. So it was what it was, and all I gotta say is it's a good fucking album. It's a good fucking album. From the certain things I did talk about, certain views that was on here, I'm not gonna sit here and bore y'all to death. Y'all should go listen to this shit. It is great. Let's just get that out of the way. If you like Kendrick Lamar, it's great. If you haven't heard of Kendrick Lamar, go listen to this shit and make your own opinion. If you like hip hop music, go listen to this shit. If you ever been through some bullshit, go listen. Like, you gonna find some shit you like on here. Everybody, I don't give a fuck if you like pop music, go listen to this shit. Let's just get that out of the way. Now, even though some views I feel like Kendrick is going too far, like him, like not understanding why Kyrie didn't want to take the fucking vaccine or whatever, which in my opinion, hey nigga, that's your choice. I didn't really look at it as blasphemous, but whatever the fuck. You know, him, you know, using the F word, not like the FU word, the other F word when you're talking about certain people, and you know, the C word that rhymes with whackers, you know, and just him doing all that, and like saying this is not culture, you know, turning up big chains, all this other shit that ain't culture, you know, all this designer shit ain't culture. Why we doing this shit? We gotta change our community. We gotta better the environment, which he's right. But then I also gotta sit here and be like, hey, as you saying this, like when he has his perspective about the hood and niggas on Father Time and like certain lines on Rich in Spirit, when he was like, oh, niggas just don't have a dad, that's why they on the block and they playing gangster. And it's like, it's not all of them though. Some people are doing that, yes. Yes, niggas come from a broken home. I'm not gonna sit here and say that. But niggas, sometimes number one, niggas had to do what they had to do. Sometimes, bro, if your family member already in that bullshit, you might be attracted to that shit. Let's keep it a buck. And number three, bro, some niggas just wanna belong. Or, bro, sometimes, let's keep it a buck, bro. Listen, I know we like to say, hey, there's always another way. And there always is another way. Sometimes, man, depending where you stay, nigga, the government suck. Like, government suck, nigga. There has been points in my life, like, nigga, I ask my niggas through high school, bro. Hey, when you come from the hood, nigga, you put your name on their little resume, the application. Niggas ain't trying to hire, oh, he stay over there. Oh, them bad kids. They ain't trying to hire your ass. Let's keep it a buck. Pretty sure they just put an asterisk on my name off a rip. So, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So it is what it is. So I understand what he's saying, but sometimes niggas have to do what they have to do. I don't feel like that's the only reason. There's certain, even though I agree with a lot of stuff you were saying, some of the shit I don't agree with. Like, how the fuck you sitting here to, I don't understand. Yeah, that's great you don't understand it. Them niggas cool though. You don't fucking gotta understand it. Some shit is just meant to be understood and understand. Always be saying that shit. So it's just like, it's very telling. Now, it doesn't make it a bad album. There's personal things I just don't believe, like, and like with him saying like we as a community gotta stop, but I feel like sometimes you have to realize like niggas is just far gone. And I'm not saying niggas can't change and better themselves. Hell no. We should better ourselves with each day. It might be a slow process, but we can better ourselves. But with that being said, I feel like this is for the next generation though. Because mind you, right? At some point, niggas is young adults, and some niggas just stuck in their ways, right? Also, with that being said, I feel like the younger generation just gotta carry that shit. Not to say this generation's just completely fucked, but at this point, it's like, hey, them niggas, not that I give up on them, but like, hey, if they come to that great, you should start working on the younger generation. Stop saying like, yo, this current, y'all gotta stop doing what y'all doing. Also, back to the hood shit, right? Listen, I've seen niggas jump off the porch because their homeboy, their brother, whoever has passed. Now again, it's an endless cycle, yes. But at this point, right, there's a root to this cycle. So you have to look at some of these niggas that's already out here, like I said, like worried about the next generation is the niggas that come after is like, hey, these niggas, they did what they did. And at that point, bro, let's keep it a buck. In the government, once you a felon, they ain't gonna hire you. So you gonna do what you gonna do. Unless y'all change that shit, then we ain't really gonna do nothing. But besides that being said, and you know what I'm saying? You forever a felon. You know, besides that being said, I feel like the younger crop you gotta address and fix before that. At least have them on the right and narrow. You know what I'm saying? And end the cycle with the newer gen. Because at this point, the young gen, if you got like criminal record, all this shit, niggas ain't gonna hire you. So it's like, well, niggas on bullshit. This is the only way I'm gonna get paid. It is what it is. So, yeah, so there's just a lot of stuff. Majority I do agree with, but then there's other things or certain facets or certain ideals he has. I'm just like I don't agree with. I didn't mind any of the features. I would have, maybe because of me, I know a lot of people are like, yo, Kendrick doesn't really have features on his album, blah, blah, blah. I would have, like, 5 years, like, especially with the title, The Big Steppers, I'm thinking, oh, we might see a Kendrick in future. You know, Kendrick and Kodak was surprising. I was thinking Kendrick and Lil Baby, you know what I'm saying? I was just thinking we just gonna see him with certain niggas. Not a lot of features. We gonna see him with certain niggas from this younger generation that could really go. I.e. the Big Steppers. That's why I was happy Kodak was there. You know, there's a lot of Baby Keem influence, you know. Is what it is. Not mad at that. Some Walker did a thing. Ghostface did his thing. I think, was it meth on some shit? Or was I high? Blast did his thing. The actor Shorty for We Cry Together. Great. Shorty. You sound like Rico Nasty for a second. I was like, who the fuck? And like, you know what I'm saying? You deserve, bro, listen. I just rambled about certain themes of the album. I just need to, like, that's why I said, this is just raw thoughts. Like, I can't really articulate myself of whether I like it or not. What I've garnered from it is it's against cancel culture. Well, cancel the culture as in what we deem as culture, especially in the black society. We should cancel that, you know. Who gives a fuck about these big changes? Who gives a fuck about all this designer shit? Y'all females, y'all ain't gotta do all this shit. Harkens back to fucking Humble when he was like, I want to fuck all this surgery shit. I want to shorty with some stretch marks. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Kendrick is just a great creative. He's a great artist we have had in this time. And that's all we got to say. And honestly, I'm gonna need some more time to give you a proper opinion and conclusion. It was just like Donda. I had to sit with it for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm probably gonna come back and give you a proper conclusion and convey my ideas properly. But at this point, bruh, it's a good fucking album. I recommend you go get it. That's all I can, like, really. I was just breaking shit down in certain themes, but go get it and come to a conclusion yourself. Think about it. Sure, it might not be the super turnt shit that's out now, but hey, sit down and turn on your listening ears and listen to something. Because there's certain shit that speaks to you. I guarantee every motherfucker, at least every black kid, can relate to Father Time, that song. I guarantee you. One of my favorite songs. Oh, let me tell you my favorite songs before I go. I'm sitting here just like talking about this shit. So my favorite songs are, of course, Father Time, Rich in Spirit, N95 Cool. I like the Rich interlude. We Cry Together's crazy. I like Silent Hill with Kodak, Savior interlude. I like Savior, Auntie Diaries, Mr.Morale, Mother I Sober, Mirror. Like, I thought those were very good songs. Again, I didn't like everything. Again, some of the beat selection, I don't know what the fuck Kendrick was on. And again, I feel like sometimes his voice wasn't really fitting it. That's just me. But if we just going on the content, bro, this is like a fucking amazing album. But some of the beat selections and some of the shit he was going for on certain songs, it wasn't that it was executed poorly, but to me, it just didn't hit me. Another motherfucker might like those songs, but to me, it just didn't hit me. And that's all I gotta say about it, man. Hey, what you think about this shit, man? Hey, what you think about this shit? Were you more part of, you know, the morality? Or was you a big stepper, you hear me? But anyways, put your shit in the comments down below. Check out the links in the description. Check out the other videos I got. Bro, I'm sweating like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And besides all that, it's your friendly neighborhood K.A. signing off for today. The Black TJ Day while they're doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like and subscribe if you want to hear a little bit more. I'm gone. Slime. Yo, I'm trying to hide this shit. Slime Zoom. Peace, y'all, Elge Gang. Ayy.